Hello everyone and welcome. Aaron here, and I'm going to be doing a short, hopefully short, crafting video to help explain what some of the crafting skills are for new players like myself. First off, all the skills can create decorations for your strongholds, which is basically like a personal residence that you can buy in the game. First thing I should probably mention is that if you're a free-to-play player, you only can train one skill, versus if you're a subscriber, you get all three of them unlocked. The first up will be archaeology, bioanalysis, scavenging, and slicing. Now these are all gathering skills that are used with the crafting skills. The first three are pretty straightforward, while I'll mention a little bit more about slicing because it's kind of like an outlier and it doesn't really fit with any of them. It's kind of like a jack of all trades from what I can gather. You can get some schematics from it also, which might be a reason. Probably more than likely it's something you would use for an alt or something like that. Next up we have the crafting skills. First up is armor mech, and I'm going to lump it with synth weaving together because they're pretty much very similar on what they do. The main difference is the cosmetics. Armor mech is more of a tech class that we'd use for troopers, smugglers, bounty hunters, agents, or inquisitors, while the synth weave would be more for force class like a knight, counselor, or consular, warrior, or inquisitor. The main difference I can tell is the cosmetics of it. Armor mech would look more like a soldier, kind of like a bounty hunter obviously, or stormtrooper, something like that, versus synth weave would be more like a robes, Jedi Knight, or a Sith Lord. Next up would be arms tech. Arms tech primarily crafts weapons for bounty hunters, smugglers, imperial agents, and troopers. They basically create blaster pistols, blaster rifle, sniper rifle, and blaster cannons, as well as viral knives and shotguns offhand. You can also create mods for your weapons with this skill. Now I'm going to jump down to cyber tech. Cyber tech is kind of like I would consider it like an engineering crafting skill. Basically, it can create 7 different cyber tech mounts, which you have to unlock with schematics and stuff like that. You can also make ship upgrades tier 2 and 4, which from what I've read is not very good at all because you can buy tier 5, but it also makes tier 6, which is pretty nice, and then tier 7, which is the best, but from what I've read it's also quite expensive to make tier 7. The one thing that does set cyber tech out from everything else is that you also get to make grenades with it, and while you can technically use them in the world, they're mainly used for PvP for the stun effect. So if you're do PvP, that might be something you want to consider. Next up we got artifice. Say that twice. From what I can tell, it seems like artifice got all the love. They can create color crystals, which are used in changing the color of your lightsaber or your blaster. They can make dyes, which is used to change the color of your armor. They can also create lightsabers and double lightsabers, and they also can make relics, hilts, shield generators, and focuses, which are a type of equipment. That's the one I have on my main character right now. Then last but not least is biochem. Now biochem is basically, I would call it alchemy if you were playing another game. They get reusable med packs, stim packs, and adrenals. And also, or obviously, they can make med packs, stim packs, and adrenals and sell them. And that pretty much breaks down all the crafting skills. Alright, next we'll go over the what I call supplementary gathering skills. First is diplomacy. Now these do have a few special things that doesn't tell you about it. Like diplomacy has missions that can influence your light or dark side standing, along with crafting material for biochem and gifts for companions to raise the affection rating. Then you got investigation, which looks like it's bringing you materials for prototype and artifact armors, and that looks about like it. Next, treasure hunting. Treasure hunting can give you rare gemstones, also lock boxes which may contain credits or gifts for companions. And then last is underworld trading. Underworld trading can give you rare underworld metals for prototypes, artifact droid and heavy armor weapons, armor mods, and also gifts for companions to raise the affection level, and some artifact implants, materials used in the making implants. Alright, this was in no way supposed to be a in-depth guide for crafting. It was just supposed to be for people who are beginning and kind of wondering what all the different crafting skills meant. I know I've had to look at many different websites in order to get this little bit of information, and it's probably not all accurate, but it should get you in the ballpark, I would hope. Alright, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.